Hello, everyone. What a joyous moment. Are you ready to make some history? Yeah! This is such a big day, and not only for the parents and children. This is a big day for everyone who cares about the future of New York. Because strong parental leave policies help build strong families, and strong families are the foundation of our city. To be a new parent can be one of life's most joyous experiences. You're not just bringing home a baby, you're bringing home a lifetime of love, laughter, and learning. But to be a parent is also the hardest job in the world. Right? Can I get an amen? Amen, right? For starters, it's 24/7. Every few minutes brings a new puzzle to figure out. Why isn't she hungry? Where did I put the baby wipes? And when? When will I find the right time to take a shower? So the last thing new parents should have to worry about is their financial and professional security. Those first few weeks should be about spending as much time as possible with the child and finding the rhythm of parenting. This is so important. When infants form a strong bond with their parent or parents, it has a long-term positive effect on their physical and mental health. Paid parental leave is also valuable for parents who may have challenges following the birth of their child, challenges like maternal depression, feeling out of balance as hormones readjust, or just plain old exhaustion. And parental leave is especially needed in a place like New York City, where everyone works so hard, and many of us are so far away from family members and their caretaking support. I think I got an amen back there. Enacting paid parental leave isn't just the right thing to do. It is one of the best investments we can make for the future of our city. With the signing of this personnel order, 20,000 New Yorkers can focus on what counts if they decide to become parents. And I want us to look at this as a great beginning, because paid parental leave should not be a luxury. No matter where you work, no matter how much money you make, your baby, your child needs you. You have the right to care for your child, and your child has the right to be cared for. And now it is my pleasure to introduce my partner in all things, the man who helped me find the baby wipes and my parenting rhythm, Mayor Bill de Blasio.
I remember. Those were the days. We learned our way together, didn't we, Charlene? There are handbooks, but they don't tell you everything. We had to figure out a lot on our own. I just want to say what a joy it is to be with these beautiful babies who are like, for this second, I'm going to jinx it right now by saying, are the mellowest group of babies I have ever seen in my life. Okay, I know it's not going to last much longer, but it has been great. It has been great. Well done to all the parents, all the caregivers who are here. Charlene is exactly right. This is something we do for the future of our city, for the future of our families. And paid parental leave simply should not be a luxury. It's something every family needs. And it is part of our fight to support working families in New York City. This is yet another crucial element of our effort to lift up all working families. See, I was right, by the way. For too long, new parents have had to make an impossible choice. See? It's a kind of groupthink thing. No. For too long, new parents have had to make an impossible choice between bonding with their child in those precious first few weeks or paying their bills. Today, 20,000 of our families are no longer faced with that painful choice. This personnel order provides 6 weeks of fully paid parental leave for 20,000 city workers. Whether you have a new baby, an adopted child, or a foster child, we treat all these families equally. We want to support all these families. And new parents, if they want to take advantage of their vacation time and their sick leave time, will have the option of being able to take up to 12 weeks fully paid by putting all those pieces together. Now, these 20,000, I've had this experience before. It's really going to be okay. Once upon a time, that was Dante. You wouldn't believe it today, but once upon a time, that was him. Now, 20,000 are direct city employees, but we're also, and they're folks who are not members of labor unions. But we're opening our doors to our friends in our municipal unions to partner with us and extend this benefit to their members as well. And I can tell you right away there's great interest among our municipal unions in taking advantage of this opportunity. Look, the bottom line is this: paid parental leave is common sense. It's fair, it's just. It's the kind of thing we need in the 21st century. As Charlene said, people are working longer and longer hours. So much for progress and modernity. We're working harder than ever. And we need to support our families in new and better ways, and this is one of the ways we do it. So if you believe in family values, you should believe in paid parental leave, because this is what really supports a family. By the way, so important, not only for our families, for our parents, but for the development of our children as well. That opportunity for a parent and child to bond at the very beginning pays lifelong benefits. So we're not taking any half measures here. What we sign into action today becomes one of the strongest paid parental leave policies anywhere in the nation. New York City is leading the way. And something we're very proud of, this new benefit comes at no additional cost to the taxpayers. And it's a great benefit and a fair one for all involved. Now, many, many people are here. There are a lot of excited people here, and I want to thank them for being a part of this today and for their support. Let me do this really quick. First of all, from our administration, Deputy Mayor Alicia Glenn, Deputy Mayor Richard Bury, my counsel Maya Wiley, Dr. Mary Bassett, our Health Commissioner, Lizette Camillo, our incoming DCAS Commissioner, our Fire Commissioner Dan Nigro, our Consumer Affairs Commissioner Julie Menon, the Commissioner for the Office of International Affairs Penny Abiwardena, our Aging Commissioner Donna Corrado. Let's thank all of them for what they do for our city. I want to thank the many other leaders who are here first, the elected officials, State Senator Brad Hoylman, Assemblymember Luis Sepulveda, Assemblymember Neely Rozek, Councilmember Lori Cumbo, Councilmember Donique Miller, Councilmember Andy King, Councilmember Karen Kozlowitz, Councilmember Jimmy Van Bramer, Councilmember Matthew Eugene, Councilmember Antonio Reynoso, Councilmember Vanessa Gibson, Councilmember and brand new father Donovan Richards. But wait, there's more. Senator James Sanders Jr., Senator Roxanne Persaud, Councilmember Barry Grojanczyk, Assemblymember David Weprin, Councilmember Rafael Espinal, Councilmember Margaret Chin, and then in addition, the President of Unite Here Local 100, Bill Granfield, and Dr. Frank Prosher, the President of the Doctors Council, SEIU. Let's thank all of them. Now, I mentioned what modern times have brought us, and we have to look this squarely in the face. For a lot of families, any disruption in their income really is painful and causes immense problems. That's the reality. For a family living on one income, you can't have disruption in that income in most households in this city, even disruption for a few days or a few weeks. A lot of families are struggling to get by and need multiple incomes. multiple jobs for each member just to get by. And any disruption is painful, and it causes people to make very tough choices. Our job is to do everything we can to avoid that disruption. If we're going to take on the tale of two cities that I've talked about from time to time, this is one of the ways we do it, making sure that people have decent lives and that their income is steady. It fits with so much of what we've done, and I want to thank our brothers and sisters in the City Council. I want to thank all the elected officials who have joined us in so many of these efforts. And that's the reason we expanded paid sick leave to 500,000 more people in 2014. It's the exact same reason. It's the reason we issued an executive order last year to raise thousands of New Yorkers to a higher wage level through our living wage policy. Thousands more people were reached through our living wage policy, and it's the reason why yesterday, with many of you, we were so proud to announce that from this point on, every single city employee and tens of thousands of social service contract workers will make at least $15 an hour going forward. Now, my friends, that's going to reach 50,000 workers and then thousands, tens of thousands more family members. All of these pieces are adding up to support working people, to support families that are working so hard to make ends meet, and is part of a bigger pledge. And this didn't get a lot of attention at the time, and it should have, but we're going to keep talking about it. In our One NYC plan last year, we made a clear commitment. The greatest city in the world is not going to continue to have so many people living in poverty. We pledged by 2025 to get almost 1 in 10 of us, 800,000 New Yorkers, we will get out of poverty and to a better life by 2025. And this is part of how we do it. This new announcement, my friends, it's beautiful in any language. It's nice in English, but let's try some Spanish, shall we? Estoy firmando una orden de personal que continúa nuestra lucha por las familias trabajadoras de Nueva York. 20,000 empleados de la ciudad podrán tomar 6 semanas pagadas por ausencia maternal o paternal, incluyendo adopción, para que puedan conocer bien a sus hijos sin preocuparse por sus trabajos. También invitamos a los sindicatos de la ciudad a trabajar con nosotros para que ofrezcan este beneficio a todos sus miembros. La fortaleza de nuestra ciudad se apoya en la fortaleza de nuestras familias. Can I get an amen? Amen. All right. Now, a dear friend and colleague for many years, going back to that kinder, gentler time when we were in the public advocate's office, and she did great work there, and she is doing great work now as the director for community affairs for the New York City Department of Education. I see your boss just came over to check on you. Chancellor Carmen Farina, we welcome you. Thank you for being here. She said she remembers when teachers were not allowed to teach while pregnant. That was an enlightened time. So we're getting better. It is my honor to introduce the apparently pregnant Sadie Campo Amor.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sadie Campo Amor, and I have been working for the city government for over 5 years, and am now 7 months pregnant. So far, so good. Mayor de Blasio, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak about an issue that has impacted my family's life and the lives of working families all over our country. In 1984, a career-driven, hard-working single woman here in New York became a mother. The baby arrived from El Salvador in the middle of the summer. But because the woman chose to adopt her daughter, she didn't qualify for any paid parental leave. So the new mother used what personal time she had and before she was ready, was forced to return to work. Miserable from exhaustion and yearning to bond more deeply with her baby that she had waited so long for, her work and her emotional health had suffered. That woman was my mother, and I am that baby. Today, my entire family celebrates the impact this policy will have on so many parents and their babies, no matter where they come from. For me, the thought of having 3 months with no income was terrifying. Between living expenses and student loans, I had no idea how I was going to manage. But the thought of not taking time with my baby and to mentally, physically, and spiritually adjust to this new chapter in my life was out of the question. No matter how financially trying the months were going to be, I knew I was never going to get that time spent back with my baby. And so my husband and I decided that we were going to tough it out, as so many other families have done before us. But this moment isn't just for me or for my husband and our baby. This paid parental leave policy is for all 20,000 of us. This is a clear investment in New York City's future and its workforce. I now feel confident that when I return to work, Chancellor, I will return to work, no pressure, I will be that much more focused, less anxious, not depressed, and not broke. I work for the Department of Education, and I see how much our city's pre-K programs are changing the lives of parents and children. This paid parental leave policy is a huge part of that investment. This policy is aligned to building a more equitable city for all. Today's actions give parents an unbridled chance to bond with their newborns, who, from what I hear, are quite magical but require a robust adjustment to sleeping arrangements for the first few months. And quite robust, and so I'm glad that we'll be taking that time. I love working in city government. I cherish the opportunity to serve the public. It is one of the most fascinating challenges and the greatest rewards. I am dedicated to the city's public schools and will be here for as long as the city will have me. But the thought of no pay for 3 months had me questioning how feasible it would be to stay the course. I am positive in the months ahead, I will face brand new challenges and joys as a new mama. But worrying about how I will manage to bond with my baby and pay my student loans won't be one of them. And I'm sure the other 20,000 people who are positively impacted by this bill feel the exact same way. Today, I couldn't be more proud of our great city and our mayor for being a leader in this powerful moment that will bring true relief and hope to families everywhere. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sadie. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
And we want you for the long term. That's one of the great things about this policy. It helps us keep wonderful, talented people for the long term. They know they have a home working for New York City government and for all our agencies. I also want to thank a lot of people. More people keep streaming in who want to be a part of this, and we welcome them. Barbara Bowen, the president of PSC CUNY, we welcome you. Bill Lipton, director of the New York State Working Families Party. And our chair of the Human Rights Commission, Carmelyn Malalas. And Assembly members Joanne Simon, Alicia Heineman, Councilmember Jamani Williams, Councilmember Idanis Rodriguez. We welcome you all. And now, I want to bring up someone who has a great New York story of his own. He has a technology company that now has a global footprint and makes us very proud as New Yorkers as we see our wonderful technology sector grow and grow. Dennis Crowley, the CEO of Foursquare, is a dad-to-be quite soon. And he believes in this policy. He's applied it in his own company. He understands what it means in terms of fairness and what it means in terms of building the best workforce in the world. Dennis Crowley of Foursquare.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much for the kind introduction. On behalf of Foursquare and the New York tech community, I want to congratulate Mayor de Blasio on making New York City a national leader on paid parental leave. At Foursquare, we've always structured our benefits to make life easier for our employees, with benefits like 100% of insurance premiums covered for employees, partners, and all dependents, flexible vacation and work schedule policies, paid parental leave, and a meal subsidy, so new parents can have one less thing to worry about. Foursquare provides 8 weeks of paid parental leave for all parents, both mothers and fathers, because it's the right thing to do. It's good for our employees and their families, and it's good for us as a New York City-based business. We have seen firsthand how paid parental leave makes a better, stronger workforce. Studies have shown positive impacts when it comes to preventing turnover, increasing morale and productivity, and our experience shows that too. As an expecting father, my wife and I are having our very first baby this May. Very excited. And I'm very proud to be able to raise my children in a city whose employees don't have to choose between keeping their job and spending time with their new child. We hope our city's leadership creates the momentum we need for national action so all families can benefit the way that we do at Foursquare. And now New York City's employees will as well. So thank you very much for all of the hard work in getting this passed. I'm very excited to be a part of this announcement.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want to say to Dennis and to Sadie and all the other expectant parents here with us today, I want to give you the formal New York City congratulations and say mazel tov to all of you. and we are the world, Sadie. And this is a day we celebrate you. We thank you for being a part of this great city and this great city government, and we look forward to making your journey a little bit easier as you continue on your way. Now, we're going to just take a few questions on this topic from the media, and then we're going to go over to this wonderful desk and sign this personnel order, making it formal. Any questions from the media on this topic? Yes?
Does the policy become effective immediately?
Yes. In fact, retro to Bob Lynn, come over here wherever you are. You actually have to come here, Bob. You can answer the formal question of when it takes effect.
Retroactive to December 22nd,
2015.
2015.
Okay.
What was the process in terms of elder care and some of the other things involved in paid leave policies, not including that? Is that a hope for future policy, or what was the thought process there?
Well, obviously, we have both the city paid sick leave law and paid sick leave benefits for our unionized employees here for the city government. We knew that we could get this done on paid parental leave with our non-union employees through a personnel order. For any other changes with our unionized employees, it had to go back through a collective bargaining process. Now, again, we've begun very positive conversations with the UFT, with DC 37 AFSCME. We think there's going to be a lot of desire to get this done. But this was what we could do immediately. Clearly, at the same time, I believe there need to be changes in both federal policy and state policy that reach more and more families in a variety of ways. And I'll certainly be working for that as well. I've worked with colleagues all over the country, progressive mayors who want to see federal legislation, and actually it's part of the discussion in the presidential campaign. And there's a lot of talk in Albany, too, of action. So I think it's a great moment to get the bigger changes that will reach not only public sector workers, but reach all employees. Yes?
Can you give us some more specifics on the conversations you're having with UFT and DC 37, and do you have a sense of, what the timeline might be for hammering something out?
I'll start and turn to Bob Lynn. I can say there's been real enthusiasm from both unions, and I can say that our message to them is this is something we would like to work on as quickly as possible. So we're ready to sit down at the table immediately, and even though, of course, as with every negotiation, there are details, and we do need to find savings involved, it's something we want to do very quickly.
So conversations are ongoing, and part of collective bargaining is we work out the issues at the table. I expect that each union will have their own particular issues and how they want to deal with it, and we'll solve them as we've solved any number of problems over the last 2 years.
Yes.
Prior to taking effect, what was the policy? Was there any kind of leave available, or?
There was sick leave for the mother who delivered the child, and there was annual leave.
Just that.
Yes, that's correct.
I'm getting a pat on the back from this guy. What's the name here? Lily? Lily, thank you for that support. Lily's got my back. Other questions? Yes.
Do you think this might set off a baby boom at City Hall?
Yes. Well, so Shirlane and I are very proud of the fact that, so some of you have heard the story how we met just down the hallway there for the first time, and I always like to say it was September 9th, 1991. We're coming up on 25 years since we met, and for me, it was truly some version of love at first sight. For Shirlane, it was not. It took a while, but we got there. But two things I want to say. That particular corner over there, I was told by people in subsequent administrations, bred an unusual number of romantic relationships. So something's going on over there in that corner. For all of you working there now, you may want to think about that. But also, when we had our staff in the City Council and Public Advocate's Office, just lots and lots of people got married on our watch or had kids or got engaged. So for any of you who are not yet there, it's a very fertile group, okay? We get lots of good here. Shirlane has, wait, let me give you a lift.
That's okay. I just want to add that now those families will be more successful because of this parental leave.
Amen. Amen. Last call, questions from the media on this topic. Yes?
Has every union expressed interest, or is there any union you talk to who said, we don't want this benefit?
So again, those two, which obviously are two of our very biggest, UFT and DC 37 AFSCME, have absolutely expressed interest. This is still quite new when we had the holidays, but let's see if there's any others you would mention so far.
No, that's it so far, but I expect that we'll be speaking to many unions in the weeks to come.
Door is open. All right, last, yes?
Where do you see negotiations at the state level? The governor has indicated he might push for paid family leave in his state of the state. Do you have any sense of where negotiations are with the Senate?
I don't have a sense of it. I think, again, this is an area that lots of people would like to see action on all over the state because, the state obviously has the power to make a law that will reach both private sector and public sector employees. So we'd love to see that happen. It'd be very good for New York City and New York State. By the way, we want to be economically competitive. Besides being humane and just, we want to be economically competitive. Part of what's amazing right now in New York City is this growing technology sector. We want all the folks who work in this city to know that they have this kind of opportunity, so they'll want to be in New York City. So we really look forward to working with the state to get it done. I don't know the exact state of play. I do know there's a really great coalition fighting for this, and I think it's a great year to get it done. Last call from media before we sign this bill. Let's go sign this bill.
Sorry, first lady's going to need to stand right there.
We're just going to have
You can push one step back, right?
right this way, right next to the First Lady. We just have one step back, please. Thanks.
Now she's taller than you. All the pens.
Yeah.
More letters than I have, but I'll do my darndest. Okay. Everybody ready? Ready. Let's make some history.